Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Moonshadow Mystery channel. As always, I am your rainbow-eyed bug pony host, Moonshadow Mystery the Changeling, and today we're going to try and keep this video fairly short, as I share my first thoughts on My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 7, Episode 22, Once Upon a Zeppelin. This, as a few other brony reviewers out there have stated, really hit home. The lesson of setting boundaries, setting lines in the ground to really be able to divide your time appropriately between what's important on a personal level and what's important on the big picture level really hits home. The very concept of Twilight Sparkle, along with her mom, her dad, her brother, her sister-in-law, and her niece on a family vacation really was a wonderful premise. I was completely caught off guard at first when I realized it was Iron Will behind the whole thing. Especially considering the whole setup had more of a flim and flam vibe to it. Maybe that's just my opinion, but that's how it felt to me. I'm not really sure who wrote this episode, but kudos to them for really making everybody relatable, enjoyable. I mean, this really got stars all across the board for me. And the introduction of the new character, Star Chaser, really hit way too close to home, especially with his constant being near Twilight Sparkle. Yeah, I can relate to that on a number of levels, especially in Ponyville. Yeah, hi Twilight. Your old pal Bright Eyes here. I realize you probably got a laugh at that. You probably chuckled to yourself saying, "Oh my lord, he's just like Bright Eyes." I assure you I was not in disguise. I wasn't anywhere near it. Anyways, I love the fact that it started off by pushing Twilight to go on this. And I love that even though she told him that he is a member of her family, he insisted she go without him while he stood behind and took care of her more menial responsibilities as opposed to her important ones. Spite, you are being written so well this season. I hope this continues. I hope that the movie handles everything just as fluidly and nicely. I wonder if this is going to end up kind of like when Spike babysitted the pets of the main six while they went to the Crystal Empire. I kind of hope so. I'd like to see the flip side of what happened with this. I mean, Twilight sacrificing her own needs so her family can enjoy their vacation is a completely relatable and really touching thing, especially since she really said there's only one thing I really care about. Mine, it makes it heart-wrenching when, just due to unintentional circumstances, she misses out on it. Even worse when that becomes the breaking point for her with dealing with Star Chaser. But I like how they handled his character. They're not really condemning him, they're not really excusing him, but I like how, even though it's all part of Iron... Hold on, I gotta do this properly. It's all part of Iron Will and a surefire Zeppelin-ification scheme. Oh yeah! As Iron Will has learned his lesson. Although Iron Will must wonder. When did Iron Will meet Twilight Sparkle? Outside of the comics. Dr. Wolf actually brought that up, and I'm curious. The only thing I can guess is Twilight was aware of the seminar way back in their Season 2, Season 3 when Iron Will made his debut appearance. It has been 120 episodes, as Dr. Wolf pointed out, and it's almost hard to believe it's been that long. So definitely Season 2. But at least I think Season 2. Not sure. Lost count. But either way, it is nice to see a recurring character, and it's nice to see that he learned his lesson. Even though I wouldn't really call him a full-on antagonist, At least not along the same lines of Flim and Flam. He's just more of a savvy business pony or business minotaur who just really wants to get ahead in life. But he covered his bases really thoroughly. I do find it strange that Twilight Velvet, aka Sparkle, I'm not sure what her... I'm pretty sure Twilight Velvet is her official name, not certain. But either way, I kind of have issues with her whole, oh, if some pony offers you a free vacation, don't question it. That kind of mentality gets you in trouble. I do love how they finally gave her father a speaking role and how they fleshed out their character traits so wonderfully. Back when Flurry Heart was born, we really didn't hear anything from her father. We did hear her mother more. But it's so nice to see their personalities. It's interesting to see that Twilight Velvet has kind of a adventure-seeking streak in her, while her father, who we don't really have a name for her father, do we? Well, anyway, Mr. Sparkle is more where she gets her organizational interests and love from. Kind of nice to see that he's just kind of a laid-back, kind of bingo pony. Still, kind of just like where they were distributing the Friendship Journal, this is a nice little nod to the Brony community. But this is handled a lot more smoothly, a lot more nicely. I really wish I knew who, I legitimately wish I knew who wrote this, because I really have praise for this episode. And everything happening in it is really relatable. I am a little concerned again about the whole issue with, we got this free vacation, we don't know where it came from, but hey, it's free! A lot of people do that, not me. Although very wise of Iron Will to send the contract to her parents, not to her. Although, that should only obligate the parents. Still, he covered his bases thoroughly, but it was still wonderful to see all the family together. Flurry's growing on me. At first, I didn't know what to make of her when she first arrived, but ever since Flurry of Emotions, I've really been okay with her. I still kind of dislike the running gag they have with Shining Armor, with him kind of denying his emotions and everything being a running gag with him. But maybe they'll finally learn their lesson at some point. I mean, he is a comic book geek. We did see that, so he is a bit of a geeky guy, even though he's kind of represents the brass. The best of the best in the Camelot military could muster. I guess that's kind of what the problem I have with it. But still, it's nice to see him. It's nice to see that his joys come from things that allows him to do stuff with his daughter, and that just lets him have fun like he was a kid again. So I can really relate to that. So I can forgive the whole denying being airsick thing. And I like how Cadence just knows that this is how he is, and she just finds a convenient excuse so he can keep his pride. I felt so bad when Twilight missed out on the star showers. That really broke my heart, especially to see her so mad afterwards. I mean, thank God she didn't go full on Rapidash like she did way back when she was dealing with Pinkie Pie's Pinky Sense for the first time. But I did feel a little bad for Star Chaser on the receiving end, but she did recover herself well enough to apologize to him sincerely. And he surprised me in a very pleasant way by standing up to Iron Will, even though he got scared afterwards. But go on, Iron Will's literally 3 or 4 times bigger than a pony, and he is jacked. Like, Iron Will looks at everyone, and Iron Will asks, "Do you even lift?" Ha ha ha! Am I the only one who thinks Iron Will sounds like Hercule? No, seriously. Iron Will, pleasant little surprise. I think I would have liked it better if Flim and Flam had been the brains behind it, and he was just, the money factor that allowed them to get this going. I kind of hope we go back to Flim and Flam. I wonder if they're still in Las Pegasus or not. Interesting to find out if they are or not. More interesting to see if they've turned over a new leaf. Anyways, I really got a kick out of this episode. It was enjoyable. I'll definitely probably end up watching it again. Maybe one day I'll do a past due review to cover it in more detail. But honestly, this has got to be one of my favorite episodes of Season 7. Please don't ask me to make a list of my favorite ones, because I like all of them so far. There hasn't been a legitimately bad episode this season. Not for me, at least. Slow episodes, but not a legitimately bad one. But please, writers, please do more family-related episodes. Wait a minute. It just occurred to me. We have literally not seen Rarity's family, as far as her mom and dad, since Sweetie Belle was left in her care. What kind of vacation have they gone on? They weren't even there for Sweetie's quinceanera. Oh dear God, did the writers applejack her family? Oh, sweet love of Luna. Oh gosh, the implications. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. No, you do not get to know my happy thoughts. My happy thoughts are not appropriate. Well, they're appropriate, but they're personal. So, yeah. But anyways, that's really all the thoughts I have on this. I mean, I would love to go in depth in this further at some point. I'm just not sure when I'll get the opportunity to do it. I am currently in the process of trying to get things figured out for October. But let me know what you ponies thought about Once Upon a Zeppelin down below. Were there any parts about it that you really related to? Or are there any parts that maybe you thought were blown out of proportion or could have been left out and replaced with something else? Is there any character you were hoping to see in this episode, or any that maybe caught your eye? With all the new background ponies introduced, did maybe you see one that you'd like to see more of in the future? And that actually brings me to another thing. Ironwool had a striking knowledge of some things, but part of it, if you're going to advertise the kind of thing that you advertise, do your research. I mean, sure, Twilight's family kind of indulged in it themselves, but they're indulging as tourists. They were getting into it like, we know it's a lie, but we signed up for it. So I'll approve them on that. But anyway, let me know what you thought of this episode, and let me know what you thought of my thoughts down in the comments section below. And if you like this video, go ahead and bro-hoof that like button, and if you didn't, give it a nice hard apple butt to the dislike button. I know it's been a while since I posted a first thoughts on an episode. I think the last time I did this, I did it as part of my reaction to a health of information. So yeah, it's been a couple episodes. But if you want to see more of Moonshadow's first thoughts, especially in this shorter format, let me know down below with the hashtag first thoughts. If you want to subscribe to this channel, go ahead and tap that little subscribe button down on that side of the screen. And go ahead and flick that ding-a-ling-a-ling notification bell icon. If you're not sure, tap my name down right here above the video description to go to the main channel and see what other videos we have to offer. First thoughts on My Little Pony, Dragon Ball Super, and Steven Universe. Dragon Ball Super and Steven Universe, I know I'm way behind on. Honestly, I have just about given up trying to keep up with it. with all the action going on, and it's so hard to summarize my thoughts. Steven Universe, all I can say is, why is Cartoon Network filling most of their time slots with Teen Titans Go? OKKO was proven to be okay, but I still hate Teen Titans Go with a passion. The fact that it's getting a movie makes no sense. But anyways, everypony, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you tuning in and hearing what I have to say about the episodes and the content. And again, if you want to see what other videos we have to offer, we offer Let's Plays, reaction videos, reviews, Best New Reviews. And I do have I've only done one, but I have another one planned for this month, of course, for Nightmare Night. And it'll be Scaremaster, the sequel to Luna Eclipsed. I just have to get started on it in the near future. Don't know when, but I will get on it eventually. The Changeling video is still going to be coming out. Not sure exactly when, but I do still have it on the roster. I just have to make sure I have all the right URLs for any images I use. That way we can avoid any copyright claims. And get all my thoughts summarized properly. I do actually have a script written for this one, so that hopefully it'll be a little more concise. But anyways, everybody, that's all the time we have for today. Let me know in the comment section down below what you want to see in future videos and what you thought of this one. Would you like, dislike, any suggestions you may have, requests you may have, let me know down below. As always, stay tuned for the end of the video, at the end credits, for other ways you can be involved with our channel, including our DeviantArt account, Facebook, Patreon, Twitter, etc. Wait a minute, scratch Patreon, we still don't have that sorted. I will be hopefully trying to get that figured out. But on that note, let me know down below anything that you might want to see as a potential Patreon supporter gift, or reward, or etc. That way I can start having a list to work off of when I can finally get that figured out. But anyways, that's all the time we have for this episode, everypony. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate your patronage. Hope you have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week ahead, a great weekend, depending on when you're seeing this. And as always, don't go changing for any pony but yourselves. We hope to see you right back here on the Moonshadow Mystery channel, same Changeling time, same Changeling channel. And again, if you want to be part of our hive, tap that subscribe button down below. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Remember, we will see you next time.